Meanwhile, the 22 protesters arrested by the police during the EndSARS memorial at the Lekki toll gate in Lagos have been released. The protesters had gathered on Sunday morning to mark the 4th anniversary of the EndSARS protest, which demanded an end to police brutality in Nigeria. Hassan Taiwo Soweto, the national spokesman for the Youth Rights Campaign, YRC, confirmed the release of the protesters to journalists, revealing that the Lagos State Commissioner of Police personally visited Panti Police Station to facilitate their release. However, Soweto criticized the CP's actions, alleging that the arrest and assault happened in his presence. According to Soweto, many of the protesters suffered injuries, with one experiencing severe bleeding from the nose. Well, joining us now on the news is Blessing Oshuba. She is a member of the organizing committee of the #EndBadGovernance in Nigeria Lagos chapter. Good morning to you, Blessing, and thank you so much for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
All right. Let me start first by asking you, what does October 20, 2020 mean to you as an activist and also as a member of this movement?
I would say October 20, 2020 is a day that was supposed to birth a new Nigeria, because that was the day Nigeria awoke from its slumber. Everybody was outside, regardless of your tribe, regardless of your religion. We were all outside to demand an end to police brutality. So everybody was outside to demand for that, a total reform of the Nigeria police force. We were all out for that. So October 2020 was a day that was supposed to give birth to a new Nigeria, but it turns to a day of mourning. October 2020 turned into a day of mourning to Nigerians. People were killed, fathers were killed, brothers were killed, sisters were killed that day. So that day is a day Nigeria mourn. October 2020, that was supposed to be a day of a new Nigeria, was a day Nigeria mourn. It became a day of mourning to Nigerians.
Anyway, what was it like for you during the memorial just yesterday? We heard that some marchers were molested. Can you confirm this report?
Yeah, we were arrested, we were molested yesterday.
Okay, when you say we, how many of you, and what really happened? Can you paint a picture for us, the true picture of what really took place?
Okay, so yesterday, we the members of the EndBadGovernance Nigeria Lagos chapter, we all came out. About, not all of us though, because some of our members were to meet us there at the venue. But I think the key people, we came out yesterday morning to commemorate the October 2020 massacre. So we came out to lay wreaths and to say some prayers for the souls that were lost there. So on our way there, we got an intel from some of our members that were around that, the police shot tear gas at some members of the TIB that were there early. So, but we said we will not go back. We will keep moving, because we're not there to constitute nuisance, neither are we there to disrupt any activity. So we got there. When we got there, we alighted from our bus. We saw the police, we saw them. They were very much, like up to 50 of them. And we were not up to 22. So when we saw the police, we came out with our banner and the wreath we wanted to lay on the floor. We held our banner, we were singing solidarity songs and marching towards the toll gate. Then the police started marching towards us. And when we saw them, our comrade Soweto, he asked all of us to stand. So we shouldn't be as if the police are coming and we're going to meet them. Let us stand, let them come and meet us. And we were just with our banner and our wreath. So even the solidarity song we were singing, we stopped it, okay, for the police to come. When the police came, others were just at our back. They just came to our back. And we were like, okay, no, well, since we're not criminals, we're not armed. So we just stood, and Comrade Soweto went to meet the police. I think he went to meet one of the policemen to explain our reasons for being there. Before we know what was happening, police were already beating us. They were beating us, like, move it, move it. Okay, we started moving. And that was how they moved us to their Black Maria. When we got there, before we got there, there was a comrade beside me, one of our comrade Kingsley. He was so beaten to the extent that even me, they were beating me, but I was feeling pity for him. His mouth, blood was actually coming out from his mouth. We are not criminals. That is the way you handle criminals. We were just protesters that were out yesterday to lay wreath, to commemorate the date that the massacre that happened there 4 years back. But we were brutalized and beaten by the police. Okay, when we got to the Black Maria, they were, we should enter, but one of them said, okay, let's separate them. The females should be taken to another one while the male entered that one. We entered, when we entered the Green Maria, because they took us, about 4 female, they took us to their Green Maria. So we entered. Immediately we entered, they demanded for our phones already, because a day before, a comrade of ours informed the CP and the AIG that we were coming out on Sunday. So when they asked us to enter, I was already making calls to him, but they collected my phone from me. When they collected my phone, they collected other comrades' phone. Then a female comrade of my fellow comrade was sitting behind me, and the police were like, our phone, she kept her phone, or she hid her phone inside her body. Then they had to call a female police officer to come and dip her hand inside my comrade's body to bring out a phone that she has already given to them. The female was like, God, the female police officer was molested, harassed my protesters sexually. She harassed her by gripping her breast, like grabbing it. What are you? My protesters was like, why are you touching me? Why are you touching me? But this lady was, at the end of the day, there was no phone on her. The phone has already been collected. Then from there, they moved us down to Panti. So when we got to Panti, our comrade, his clothes was torn, his shirt, our comrade, so his shirt was torn at that Panti police station by a male police officer. So when we got to Panti, a police officer came out to address us, to also get us water, pure water, and which we rejected. Because during the October 1st protest, the CP gave us bottled water and gala, refreshment. Some comrades rejected it. And now, after we've been brutalized by your people at the Lekki toll gate, you are now coming out to give us water. We rejected it. You cannot do that. We will not take it. We refuse to accept their water. Because you cannot be playing a good cop versus bad cop. Are you all not working together? Are they telling us the Nigerian police are not in sync? So you cannot brutalize us at the Lekki toll gate, then you start offering us water. We refused it.
All right, Blessings. I mean, you've said so much, and especially in graphic details, explaining what really happened from the toll gate down to Panti. But I want to ask, what does this mean to you and your fellow comrades or your colleagues who were out there marching in commemoration of the NSAS protest? What does it mean to you? What kind of picture does it paint to you, being a Nigerian? How do you feel now, being a Nigerian? Do you still have hopes? Do you think that the current government administration would accede to the demands and right the wrongs that were committed in October 2020, if you recall, October 2020, the NSAS time?
Okay, so yesterday as a Nigerian, I would say I am disappointed. I am disappointed because the Nigerian police is supposed to be our safe space. But right now, it doesn't seem so at all. So I am disappointed that what happened yesterday was almost a repeat of what happened during the October 2020. It was almost a repeat, just that we were not killed. So it was almost a repeat of the October 2020. So I'm disappointed. October 2020, we came out to demand a reform of the Nigerian police force. And yesterday, we also came out to commemorate the people that were killed, and we were harassed. It shows that As a country, it means, I won't say we are going backward. We are supposed to be going forward as a country. And we want the government to look into it. That is it. The government needs to look into it. And we will keep coming out. I believe they are trying all this to weaken the movement. But we will not be weakened. We will keep coming out. We will keep demanding for a good Nigerian. We will keep demanding for it. We will not relent. We will not stop. We will keep coming out. The government needs to take accountability. The government needs to stop implementing frigid policies that causes hardship on the citizens of Nigeria. We will not stop. We will keep coming out till Nigeria is good, till Nigeria is great, and we believe Nigeria will be great. So the government has a lot of things to do. They have a lot of work to do. So we will not stop. They are only, I believe all they were trying to do, all they tried to do yesterday, because we've been coming out, August 1 to 10 we were out, October we were out, we've been out this period. So they are trying to kill our spirit, they are trying to kill our morale. But we know that we will not stop. We will keep coming out. If Nigeria is great, nobody will be out demanding for good governance. If things are okay in this country, if people can feed fine, we will not be out. We are out because the economy is really, people can benefit. That is why we keep coming out each day. The government is trying all its could to make sure to repress us, but we will not be repressed. We will keep coming out.
All right, Blessing Oshugba is a member of the organizing committee and bad governance in Nigeria. I mean, we sympathize with you, especially looking at the horrid and picture that you painted to us, especially what took place yesterday. I want to thank you so much for joining us here on News Now, and hopefully we'll get to hear from the CP himself when he joins us to also speak on the issue. Thank you so much, Blessing, and do take care of yourself.
You're welcome. Thank you.